In episode 1, we picked up this neglected BMW 335i with the goal to build the perfect 500 horsepower daily driver, all while staying on a budget. So far, we've made some solid progress. We bought the car, deep cleaned years of built up grime, tore off that horrible tint job, fixed the non-working rear taillight, replaced a broken e-brake clip, and handled a few other small repairs along the way. But in episode 2, things get really exciting, and it all starts with our first Facebook Marketplace deal, the very desirable M Sport front bumper conversion just north of me. So we're about to arrive at the bumper location. This drive absolutely sucked, but you know what? It was an hour and a half, hour 45, and I hope it's well worth it. Super excited to figure it out. Now I just gotta figure out how the heck I'm gonna fit it in my car. I show up, they open this bright red door, and in the middle of the city is a warehouse full of brand new inbox car parts. We have, this is insane. Holy crap, this deal was absolutely incredible. I saw another guy in there looking for a hood, and I was like, hey, I'm looking for a GTS style hood. You guys got one? He's like, oh yeah, actually we got one in the back. I'm like, no way. And then he tells me the price. I'm like, there's no way I can get it home. I don't have a truck, it won't fit in my car. Now I'm driving with a bumper and a hood on my car. This is insane and got a killer deal. I was not expecting to buy the hood today. We have a hood strapped to the top of the car and a front bumper in the back of the car. Super stoked that I was able to capitalize on this thanks to Revenued. These guys are hooking it up and making stuff like this possible, which is so cool and so exciting. Not only can I transfer money from my Flex line to my account to pay cash, I can also access it immediately online or in-store with their Revenued business card. And as you can see, the scenery is a little bit different, and we are at the hospital right now in their little private guest room because my editor and filmer, aka my brother, and his wife are currently having a baby. So I appreciate your patience with this, and the show must go on. That being said, we are currently editing and also shopping for more parts for the BMW online, and we're going to be using the card right here to purchase some more parts. So of course, not everything's going to be paid cash through Facebook. I need to buy things online for the car like oil, filters, spark plugs, maintenance items, a new shifter boot. So things like that is what we're going to order right now. We just ordered up all the maintenance parts for it. Things like I said, like the spark plugs, oil and filter, a couple other maintenance items that we needed to purchase. We also purchased the M Sport shifter, which I'm super excited about. And of course, I'm paying for it all using this Revenue business card, which is tied directly to my Flex line, so I can buy parts instantly online or in store without pulling out a huge chunk of money all at once. The best part is that I only draw from the line as I spend it. There is no big lump sum loan or massive payments up front. I grab what I need when I need it, and the build never slows down. Having this flexibility is honestly a pretty big game changer for projects like this. I can cover all the small stuff and the little purchases that keep coming up throughout the project, which allows me to stay focused on the fun upgrades coming next. So let's go head on back and unbox this stuff because this is super sketchy. I hope this stays on. Halfway through, hood is still on the car, so that's good. And we got a little Mopar me. Look at all these guys out here. Oh, BMW's leading the pack. Let's get back on the road. There we go. The car and the hood made it home. We got the parts hauler here, aka my mom's car. Guys, this is going to be absolutely insane. Look at this. So all in all, this is about $2,000 in parts. Because we were able to capitalize, we had funds from Revenued, we saw the hood, and I was like, listen, can I do the hood and the bumper, both of them for $900? And he said, yeah, sure, go ahead, let's do it. So I got the hood and the bumper for $900, which saves us an $1,100 to put back into this budget for this build. Let's go ahead and I think start by assembling this whole front bumper here. Only downside with this bumper came with the sensor holes, and my car does not have the front bumper sensors. So we'll just plug these caps in there, and the rest of the stuff we'll piece together as well. Let's get started. After working with this bumper a little bit more, I'm realizing that it is most likely from a Chinese brand, but to be honest, everything is fitting together pretty well, and I'm really not mad about this fitment so far. Once we got the new front bumper pretty much assembled, it is time to remove the stock front bumper.
The entire front bumper comes off pretty easily with just a bunch of small 8mm screws and some pop clips. As you can see, I had a little trouble here.
Oh yeah, that was like my most professional bumper removal I've ever done. Heck yeah. Oh, spoke too soon.
When removing and installing plastic pieces like this, I was sure to be very careful. Except for that. Up next was the bumpered vent ducting, which I was actually really excited that came with this.
This is the last piece to the puzzle. Get the grills out of the old bumper.
Old bumper was off, new bumper was fully reassembled, and time to throw it on the car. I was a little bit worried about this fitment. As you can see, we had to stretch and pull, but as you'll see here, it came together pretty nicely.
Alright, so we got the bumper pretty much all wrapped up. We got the fender liners installed. We have the grills on. This badge is just sitting on here because I gotta figure something else out with the badge situation. But overall, I'm pretty excited about the fitment. Let's go ahead and lower it down, shut the hood, see how the fitment is up there. I did just find some fenders that we might possibly go pick up today for this thing. Stay tuned, a lot of cool things. Let's see how this bumper looks. Put the car down, let's shut the hood and see how this fitment looks. I'm a little bit nervous. Dang! Look at this. That is not bad at all. I'm actually really happy with that. It actually looks really sick. It is time. We are now installing the GTS style hood on the 335. The M Sport front bumper looks absolutely amazing, but like I said, once you have the M Sport front bumper on, now everything else looks pretty bare. I'm deciding between getting some M3 style fenders, but let's go ahead and throw on this GTS style hood and see how that looks. I don't want to go too crazy with the looks on this car, but I think with the bumper and the hood and some wheels making it lower, that's gonna really give it an awesome stance before we wrap it. So let's go ahead and get started, pop the hood, take this old one off, and swap our GTS style hood onto the car. Well, I got this hook in and we already ran into our first problem. This stupid hole was not big enough to line up. The second layer covered the thread, so I'm having to take the Dremel and grind away more on this side down here so I can fit the actual hood latch in the hood hole where it's supposed to be. So hopefully with a little bit more, this will be open enough to be able to let the latch go in.
I feel like for once I had the right tool for the job, and we thankfully turned a pretty big issue into a solution.
Crisis averted. Now for the extremely fun part. I'll take this too. Woo! Hood is installed. Well, just like that, guys, the hood is installed and the fitment is not terrible. It's the front gap here is a little bit bigger than I'd like, but I can always mess with that later, and it's a little bit skinnier over there. But this might be just a bumper alignment issue because everything is kind of just mocked up right now. But this gap looks pretty good on this side as well as on this side. I cannot complain. It does squeeze in a little bit there, so we can adjust that. But these are all just mock-up for now. And I'm just really happy to have this installed and on the car. I think this car is coming along really nicely, but man, that is coming together so sick. in the car on the phone mount, once again on the way to a Facebook Marketplace deal, picking them up Saturday morning. It's 7:30, and we got about a half-hour drive heading up north to pick up some wheels. I'm super stoked about this deal. These wheels are insane. I've been trying to go back and forth with this guy for a few weeks now, and finally he said he's available, so I shot in my car and drove up here. Still waking up, but super stoked. Ain't nothing gonna stop me from a good Facebook Marketplace deal. You boys know the drill. So let's go ahead and pull up here, and I will update you guys when we get there. Well, as you can see by this right there, we just picked up the wheels. We're on the way home. I don't know the brand, and I don't know the size, exact sizes, but supposedly they came off of an F30, so they should fit on the 335. I guess we will have to find out. We're going to address the next issue with this car. On the front, you can see there's quite a bit of distance from the wheel to the fender. In the back, there is not really any distance, which I think is the perfect daily fitment. I want to lower the front, and I want to leave the rears where they're at. I picked up lowering springs. I think the front lower down will match the backs, and hopefully that'll give us a nice stance. So let's pull the car in and start swapping over these front lowering springs. Well, I didn't have a spreader tool, so this is a little bit sketchy, but I got the pry bar on the back there, and I attached a strap to the back of the pry bar, and I'm pulling open the knuckle. Wow, that worked extremely well. Well, got one out. That is a new spring. You can see a little bit smaller in height, uncompressed. So they should drop the car down. Hopefully, the perfect amount of height for the front end of the car.
Swapping out springs is always a fun job, and this one was no different. And as you can see, we had to push it down on the shock below the fender very carefully, and finally we got it in on both sides, but this took about 4 or 5 hours.
Heck yeah. I wish I thought to record it at the time, but I didn't. Guys, the feeling of having a supportive girlfriend slash fiance slash wife, my fiance, just dropped me off Chick-fil-A. It's a gruesome job, honestly. I'm like, this thing is fighting me every step of the way. I'm almost done. She dropped me off Chick-fil-A. It's like 10:30, and there's no other feeling. If you guys have a supportive girl in your life and you work on cars, you know the feeling of someone that supports you and has your back and just makes everything worth it and to keep going. And Chick-fil-A? You kidding me? She really knows the weight of my heart. Thanks, babe. Appreciate it. Almost done. Let's eat and then get cranking back on this car. Just went ahead and torqued all of these off camera. Gonna go ahead and put this back on now. Clips in underneath. This clips in conveniently right here. Same thing, grommet goes in. That is reassembled up top. And of course, like a freaking noob, the one thing I did break was the headlight level sensor, so nothing a couple zip ties can't fix. So just like that, guys, the front springs are in. Only took about 5 hours. I'm beat. Took way longer than it should have, but we didn't have the right tool for the compressor spring, and we went and got the new tool. Before we put the wheels back on, lower it down, check it out. Only a few more things that I want to do for the exterior, but one of them that I'm really excited about as well is a front lip. So this one, I think it might be temporary. I'll show you why. Let me grab it. This is the front lip that we got right here. I usually hate two-piece front splitters, and it is fake carbon fiber. But this was a $50 front lip that we got when we picked up our fenders, which I don't know if I showed you guys the fenders yet. That'll be coming soon, either in this episode or most likely episode 3, so stay tuned for that. This front lip, like I said, was $50. It was a throw-in, and it's most likely gonna get destroyed. Also, we have to wait until an actual front lip comes in, which I'm still deciding which one I wanna go with, but let's throw this on temporarily. I think it's gonna look really sick, but you guys let me know what you think. Let's throw it on. I am not even exaggerating. This thing is coming out so cool. With this front lip, this just tied this thing together and it's really starting to let me see this vision now. Guys, look at this thing. Holy crap. Like, come on, for a $50 lip, you really cannot beat that. This thing is coming along so sick. I'm super stoked on this. I can't believe how much of a difference that front lip makes. It's so cool. Obviously, you see a little bit of a gap here. Couldn't get it to close all the way. I'll have to figure something out with that. But like I said, this is just a temporary lip, not a big deal. But this thing looks insane, guys. I'm super stoked on that. Let me know what you think about this lip in the comments. For now, let's go ahead and throw these wheels back on. And then we have 2 more mods to do on the interior. And those are gonna be small modifications that make a massive improvement on the interior feel of the car and the look, of course. Super stoked to show you that, but let's get these wheels on, throw the car down, and see how it sits. I don't know if I showed you guys the new wheels yet, but those are really gonna tie this thing together. That's gonna be in episode 3, so stick around for that. But for now, we're putting the stockies back on. Oh boy. Well, my phone ran out of storage, of course, right at the moment when the car was lowering down, but as you can see, we definitely gained some, or I guess subtracted some ride height. 2 more modifications on the interior. We're a little bit sporadic all over the place, but I showed you guys already, I believe, the Apple CarPlay. Welcome back into the cockpit. We are on our way to yet another Facebook Marketplace deal. Thanks to Revenued, we are snatching up all the good Facebook Marketplace deals for this car because we can move fast and act on the good deals. So I reached out to a guy on Facebook. He said he's got an Apple CarPlay unit for 450 bucks, which usually they're around like 400, but I found one local, and he said 450 gets it installed. So yes, I could install it myself, but it's an hour away. This guy's been doing this for a while. He's gonna be in and out real quick. So super excited. That's gonna make this car a perfect daily. Can't have a daily without Apple CarPlay. So I'll see you guys when we get there. We just got back in the car, and we're gonna see how it goes here. Gotta start it up. It's gonna be normal, and then I guess it'll reconnect. So there it is, guys. CarPlay has popped up, and then I can use this dial. Wow, that's cool. This thing is so incredibly sick, guys. Super smooth. You go to Spotify, click on it just like that, and it buffers a little bit longer because it's recording, but man, I'm stoked. Click the back button, it'll go back. This thing is literally perfect, guys. Hit up my friend Brian. He hooked it up. Super stoked on that. He's a mechanical engineer, and he's been manufacturing these like out of his garage. Super smart guy. And his contact info is gonna be down below if you guys want any. Tell him Smpl Builds sent you, and no promises, but he'll hopefully hook you guys up with a little bit of a deal. Super stoked on that. Thanks again to Brian for hooking it up. Let's move on to the next thing. We're gonna be swapping out our steering wheel and the shifter. Let me show you guys what we got. I'm so excited to put this in, and this shifter. I don't know which one I'm more excited for, and let's unwrap this thing. Check out this wheel, guys. Oh my God. I mean, look at this thing. We got the M badge. We got the BMW M stitching. Obviously, it has the shifters, which we do not need because my car is manual. So I'm praying that everything else works perfectly, and we will go from there and figure it out. But let's also open up the shifter. Check this thing out, guys. What the? Oh, I can't exactly get it to sit right, but look at this thing. It's so sick. So we're gonna get started by prepping the wheel. I already removed the airbag by pressing in these 2 little holes here. Not too bad, just a few screws and
2 electrical connection wires in the back there, and now the paddle shifters are out. It does leave a little bit of a hole, just to be transparent, but it's behind the wheel. Nobody's ever gonna see it. So this one is prepped. Let's go get the old nasty wheel out of the car. Well, it is now midnight, actually 1 o'clock, and this was the hardest part of probably the entire day. This thing sucked. Let's get this disconnected, take that nut off the wheel, and put the new wheel back in. You can see a massive difference. Here's them side by side. Finally, the wheel is out, and that's the old nasty one, and that is the new nice M Sport wheel. So let's go ahead and chuck this new one in. Oh, step 1 of 2 is done, and this steering wheel looks so sick. I'm so stoked about this, and I wish you guys could feel it. It feels amazing. It is now officially time for what I've been waiting for, and I've been super excited for, is the M Sport shifter. This thing is so sick. I'm so stoked to throw this in. So if I'm not mistaken, all you gotta do is lift up on the shifter, and then, yup. It just came off just like that. Nice, quick and easy upgrade. I'm super excited about this. Okay, it's not twisting. There's a notch in there. All you gotta do is line that notch up all the way down, and then just push the trim and click it in. Oh my God, it's clipping in so perfectly. What a beautiful fit. Come on. That is just so good. So this is what came out of the car, and this is what it looks like now. Well, guys, the car is off the lift. I do need a serpentine belt tensioner. That's why it's squeaking a little bit, but that's no problem. This car looks so sick already. I know it's a big work in progress, but I love the way it's turning out. Look at that thing. Sorry I couldn't get some good rollers or actual decent clips of the end of episode 2, but this is what the inside's looking like after episode 2. Apple CarPlay, M Sport shifter, and the M Sport steering wheel. Interior looks absolutely insane. We got the new wheels going on soon. I gotta get those fenders on, which is gonna look super sick. I think really aggressive. But let me know what you guys think. It is like 1 in the morning at this point, and I've worked pretty much all day trying to get this thing ready to go and done for you guys to wrap up episode 2. So super stoked. Stay tuned for the wheels, the wrap, the fenders, and maybe a couple more bolt-ons or modifications, as well as some power and performance upgrades in episode 3. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Super excited about this build and how it's coming along. Probably one of my favorites that we've done in a long time. Thank you again for tuning in. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you guys in the next one.